Hey y'all! Oh my God, we're back to like season 2 or something. When I used to do, hey y'all, it's my hands, like I'm making my hands like a little doll. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Truth Carpet with Love Loud, your best friend duo. I am Unique Love here with my bestie from the West Coast, which she calls the Best Coast. What's
You
your
know
name,
it.
girl?
Period. My name is Monie, Simone, Miss Live with 2 D's. However you see fit, baby. What's cracking? What's happening, baby? What up, though? We back.
What up, though, is that we're back to record this episode. This is what, take 3?
Take 103. I can't, when I tell y'all podcasting ain't for the weak, y'all, I'm not just saying that because it sounds like a nice quote. Like, there's so many different things that be happening behind the scenes. It just be like, I just want one episode where I don't have no technical difficulties. Not
Bruh,
one.
the
Not
thing is,
exporting, uploading to Instagram, nothing.
the thing, this podcasting be making me feel like I need a new phone, a new laptop, new service provider, a new light. Like, what the heck? It's just always something going
Always
on.
something. Something. If it ain't one thing, it's something else.
It
Ay, ay,
is.
ay. Oh, but we here, we back. We still giving y'all this podcast, this content. What's up?
Yes.
What's good?
The episode was really good, so I don't even remember what our check-in was before, but we're gonna give you the same content, fresh perspective.
Fresh.
It's going to be real perspectives and everything. So we're coming to you as Yasis and Moni, and this is a Love Loud episode. So before we get into the tea, the juice, the champagne of our episode, let's first check in. First of all, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm
With your Aaliyah
actually
shirt.
period. Just to step up and try again. I'm right. This episode, I just realized what I sang.
Exactly.
Oh my
Try
god!
again.
Right. I'm actually really good. I just came back from vacation, visiting the parentals in Arizona. That was really really nice. Got to hang out with the fam, have some relaxation time. But it's always nice to just be able to, like, I talk to my parents on the phone, but be able to see them in person and actually catch up and let them know what's going on in my LIFE. It's always really really nice to be able to do that. Like, of course, y'all know I'm on my summer break from teaching, so I love that during the summertime I'm able to go and actually visit them and get that one-on-one parent, father daughter, mother daughter time. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoy going out there aside from the heat, because when I tell you that dry 118, y'all don't know hot until you know dry desert hot. Okay, it was too hot. Even when I came back here and folks was talking about how it was hot, I said I am grateful for this heat, because that heat, when I stepped outside of Arizona, I stepped outside, forgot what I was gonna say. I kid you not. I was supposed to record a video to talk about how nice the weather was, not realizing how hot it was before I went outside, and the heat took my voice. I was just like, it was
Yeah.
hot. It was hot, but thankfully the parentals got a pool and I got in that thing.
It was so hot the other day in New York. I felt like I walked into a sauna. Like, so I canceled my gym membership, which has a sauna at I think it's no promotion, whatever, that gym. And I'm like, there for the sauna for what? Like, I can just step outside. First of all, I need to be outside with some booty shorts or something, because my legs are super yellow. I can't take it. Like, I need to tan my legs. But I text you, what, 2 days ago or a day ago, whatever, saying, bruh, this heat reminds me of that time we walked to the gym from your mama house in
I saw a
Arizona.
mirage that day.
Bruh, it was so hot that my sweat dried up before it could drip down. Like, dried the sweat off of me before I could even dry it myself. Yeah, so I know what you're talking about being hot in Arizona.
Ooh, child. Yes, but it's nice. It's
It's a
really, really
beautiful
nice
place.
there. It is. It's just so hot. But they get beautiful weather year round. So just be aware if you plan on going down there. Summertime, you gonna feel like you want to walk outside booty butt naked. But I don't recommend it, because you're gonna get burnt the hell up. You better cover up, okay?
Make sure your windows tinted so that sun won't come
That
in.
part. And get you a sun visor for the windshield. You need that. I hopped into the car. I burnt my butt cheeks. I said, good thing these ain't leather seats. Good thing these ain't no leather seats. I wouldn't have had no booty. Oh my gosh. It was so hot it was. I ain't never turned on a car so fast to get some AC blowing.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm glad overall that you had a really good time with your family. Got to get away from over here, relax, you know, hone in and enjoy your time, your downtime.
Yeah, I love a good getaway. We should all take a
Get
getaway.
away.
Weekend drive, going out the country, going for a week, whatever it is. Use your PTO.
Yes.
How
I'm
you
looking
been?
forward. I'm looking forward to a trip or something. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the one that we were talking about. Not really talking about, but like hinting towards that I wanted to do because of PTO. I really want to save my time so I can do like a long getaway
Yeah.
somewhere. But I've been using my PTO so I can work extra jobs. Like I'm not gonna say no to money. So I like my coworkers are like, "Oh yeah, you just went on vacation." I'm like, I was away from here, but I was working. I can't say that's the vacation. But I'm looking forward to even if it's a say Wednesday, even if it's a weekend trip. I'm looking forward to doing that, like something.
Yeah.
I can't do like a week long or whatever the case may be because I'm trying to bank my time, like I said. But other than that, I've it's funny. I look down at my screen and I see something that says "Shaking Up." So I guess it's a poem that I wrote called "Shaking Up." But that's how I feel. Like I feel up and down. To be
Mm.
honest, like in this moment, I feel happy. Whenever I'm talking with you, and most times it brings up my mood. But I know when I was texting you earlier in the day, I was just so frustrated. I don't know what it is that's going on with the moons and the stars and everything. Like, because I literally woke up in a good mood. Nobody really did anything distinctively to me or to hurt me or anything, but people's energies is like
Yeah.
negatively rubbing off on me. Even they didn't say anything, they didn't, like not like directly to me, but I don't know. I guess if y'all could pick up what I'm putting down, I'm trying not to say too much, but it's just like that's bothersome.
No. I feel you. You got to be mindful of the energy that surrounds you.
Right,
That's a real thing. Other
right,
people's energy, negative energy, or positive energy, it can rub off on you. You just have to be mindful of where that energy is coming from.
right. So my affirmation has been, I ain't do nothing to them. I ain't do nothing to them. Like whatever their problem is, that's their problem. Whatever they think of me, that's their thought. That doesn't make it valid or true about me. And that's also me assuming that they feel something or think something. Because if they ain't say nothing to me, wish wash applesauce is, I just made it up. It has nothing to do with me. So just let it go. Shake it off, Harlem, shake it off. And then the same thing regarding like other stuff, like me wanting to pour into people or bring people into my life in whatever kind of manner that is. If they're not responding the way that I want to, or in the manner of time that I want them to, I find myself annoyed. But I also have to too shake that off because I can't put an assumption onto them. And I've been talking with my brother that I call my brother, and one thing that I like that he said was, well, he was talking about somebody else, but like listening to some people, you also think about yourself, and he was talking about that person like his another person that I don't even know saying this person said that their toxic trait was this. So I reflect, like I looked in the mirror for myself and said, well, what's my toxic trait? And my toxic trait is like pulling and pouring, pulling and pouring. Whenever anybody doesn't fill a void or whatever, I try to fill it in. And I just need to put my hands up and let it go. So if that's that person that's around me giving negative energy, I would typically say, hey, what's going on? And it's like nothing can be going on. They may be going through their own stuff. So I have to tell myself, I ain't do shit. I ain't do shit. I ain't do shit. And then also with the other things of like me wanting somebody in my life or like to connect with somebody in a specific way, if they want to connect, they can come to me. I also realize I'm always that person that's always, hey, how's it going? Like all my friends, like I'm always checking in. If it's been whatever time, I'm checking in.
Mm-hmm.
But who's gonna check on me? Like I never really get random text messages. hey girl, I'm checking in on you. Maybe from Kia, like she'll text the group chat, or Tasha, but really not really anybody else I get that from. So I sometimes wonder, which I've been practicing for some people, if I pull back, will that person fill in the void? If they do, great. I know there's reciprocity. If they don't, then they don't. And it becomes bothersome being that person that's always reaching out and pouring out and feeling like, when is somebody going to fill in for me? So that's the vibe that I've been on, which sometimes it feels good to be on that. Sometimes it doesn't feel good because I got to sit in that empty space, like in the desert, like you spoke about Arizona. I got to sit there in isolation and become comfortable with it. And it's hard. But I always, like, I've been thinking about you, my mom, and the Mola, and saying, I told them I wasn't going to say anything. I told them I wasn't going to do anything. And I don't want to be upset. And they'd be like, well, you said that you were going to sit and wait. So I have to sit and wait. So I'm waiting, I'm sitting, and I'm just going to be comfortable with sitting there. So that's how I've been. It's not like a sadness. It's not like beating myself up. It's just being comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's only going to be for a minute. And I'm testing myself, but I'm testing other people, but I'm also testing myself too, because my toxic trait is either cutting people off or trying to fill in what they're not putting in. And I don't want to keep doing the same thing because it's only reaping the same rewards or not rewards.
Right. I was about to say, or not.
Right. So that's my check-in. That's where I've been the last few days or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's not always happy-go-lucky around here. Like,
It
some
ain't.
stuff is uncomfortable.
Hey, but you know, we out here, we living, life be lifing. You got your ups and your downs, you got your peaks and your valleys. It is what
Right.
it is, and we gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. Period.
Yeah. But that's it for our check-in. You got anything else to say?
I don't. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and roll on over into this rundown while the wheels are still on. So coming up first in this icebreaker, we're gonna be letting loose with one thing has to go. We're doing 3 rounds. We're gonna say 3 things, and we're gonna have to decide which one we're gonna keep. Maybe a little harder, maybe easy. We're gonna see what that thing do, baby. So tune in for that. Then heading on over into Suite 223, it is going to be me, Monie, giving you some poetry. So make sure you tune in so you can hear poetic piece that I'm gonna give you, because you know y'all ain't heard from me in a minute, so y'all want to hear some of that fire. Okay, so tune in. Then heading on over to the cab, the hot topic for this episode, we are talking about sleep. What is healthy sleep? The importance of sleep. How much sleep do we need? Our bedtime routines, actions we take before we fall asleep when we can't fall asleep. What's insomnia? All right. All things have to do with sleep. We not experts. Y'all know we do a little bit of research and then we get to talking. So tune in to see if you agree or disagree with anything we have to say about getting a good night's rest. Then heading on over into the dorm story segment, we are talking about insomnia. We're going to be sharing a story that was found online about someone's insomnia story and how they were able to get through it. And then heading on over into the announcement segment, it's time for some community news, baby. So tune in all the way into the end so you don't miss out on things that we have for you here on the Truth Carpet with Love Loud LLC. You got that? I hope you did, because I'm not running it back again. You're going to have to hit rewind. All right, you ready? We're going to do the icebreaker. Icebreaker.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's time to break the ice on the mic. Okay. Yes, y'all, we're about to break this ice on the mic. Okay. So we're playing a game of one has to go. Yes, we're repeating the same game that we played before that didn't get aired because there was technical difficulty, but I changed mine up. So we're gonna give each other. We're gonna do 3 rounds each. 3 rounds, and then give each other 3 options of which one out of the 3 have to go. So, Moni, are you ready?
I'm ready, honey. I was born ready. Give me the first 3.
All right. One has to go. Tea, like drinking tea, Celsius, or coffee.
Crack in there. All right, y'all. Sorry, crack is Celsius to me, y'all. Celsius is crack. One
Tea,
has.
Celsius, or coffee. One has to go. You could keep the other 2, but one has to go. This is why it's fun playing with your best friend, because I know the things that you like, and you gotta choose one. It's gonna be
All right,
okay.
you know what? For now, I'm gonna say coffee has to go. Coffee can go. Coffee can go. I still like to have my tea, before I go to sleep. No caffeine, a little sip here and there. And I like to have my Celsius. I
She
feel like
does.
I might have replaced coffee with Celsius anyway. And it gives me that boost I need before the gym. I don't crash, even though I've been hearing it's not good for you. There's a whole bunch of things not good for us. It hasn't done anything to me yet. So,
Okay, so bye-bye Starbucks. It's
yeah.
okay.
Good thing I just finished using my Starbucks card the other day.
All right, what's yours? I mean, what's for me?
All right, first one, we're going with cookies.
Oh.
Talenti chocolate.
I love Talenti. Dang, bruh. Who are you?
Who are you? Come on,
Why would you do
cookies,
that?
Talentis, and chocolate. I was gonna get specific with brands, but we just like let's put it all in, other than the Talenti.
All right, get rid of the cookies.
Really? Oh, you a fiend for some cookies too.
I'm a fiend for all of those things.
I
I had chocolate for breakfast. And I was fighting so hard last night to not go in the fridge and get some chocolates before bed. I was like, you know what?
Yo, I thought you was gonna say chocolate. Not gonna hold you. I thought you was gonna say chocolate.
Nah, I need my chocolate. And I need Talenti to be hot. I need to cool off. I need a little good snack. Shit. I mean, shoot. All right.
What's the next one for me?
Braids. Afro. Or wig. When I say afro, like you can't wear your hair in afro. So braids, like going to the braid shop. Afro, like you can't wear your afro. And wig. Can't wear wigs. One has to go.
Well, clearly it ain't the braids. You know what? I will just go with wigs. I feel like I'm just go with wigs because I wear my hair out more often now. I used to wear wigs a lot. I don't wear them as often. I still got some in my arsenal, but I am okay with letting that wig go.
Yes,
because I rock my natural braids.
Yeah, good. I chose a good. I guessed which one. That was hard, but
I like to switch it up. I'll throw on a wig real quick. I'll put my hair a little twist out. Woo, wig.
Yep. All right, I'm ready.
Here we go. Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix.
All right, so we good. We don't got Peacock. All right, Netflix. I'm still watching Bridgerton. I like the reality TV shows about the houses and stuff. All right, so Netflix is staying. Who else? Peacock and Hulu.
I said Disney Plus and Hulu.
What are we watching on Hulu? Housewives used to come on Hulu.
We just watched Queenie on Hulu.
Oh, we did. And that doctor show be coming on Hulu. Oh. Give me the Disney Plus.
All right, dang, and she don't watch. Well, you don't really watch all the Marvel and all the other stuff.
But I watched the throwback movies, and then I watched Encanto when that came out, and I watched which was so good.
All the Pixar movies on Disney Plus.
Dang, I should got rid of Hulu.
I love good animation.
It is what it is.
You got rid of Disney Plus.
No. All right. Speaking of movies, are you getting rid of movies, stage plays, or the ability to stream music?
Movies, stage plays, streaming music. Movies, stage plays.
She loves media, y'all.
This is actually kind of hard.
I'm sorry,
I love a live performance. I love my music. And the world of movies is just, wow.
I'm sorry.
This one's hard. You know what? You just said stage plays, so I'm going to say stage plays because you didn't say musicals. So, I'm going to say stage plays because I can still go out and see a show performed on stage if it's a musical. That was kind of hard, though. But nowadays, they are taking stage plays and turning them into movies.
I was going to say Broadway shows, but then I was like, she's going to say, I can go up Broadway and I can go here too. But you still found the loophole.
I did. I still found the loophole, honey. Musicals will still be there. So even though stage plays are really good. They are. Dang, what's that one that Viola Davis did? Mama Rent. Oh shoot, I can't remember.
I ain't
But
gonna know.
it was basically a stage play turned into a movie, and the way that they shot it, like with the long scenes, like as if you were like watching the stage play but close up. But like it was really, the way they shot it was really really beautiful. But
It's okay,
anyway.
baby.
All right, next up for you and last, emails, text messages, DMs.
I'm gonna keep the DMs. That's the easy one because DMs I connect with people that I wouldn't be able to connect with. Like I meet people online, meaning like women, men, whoever. I get to connect with people who do different things that I probably wouldn't meet in real life, or I meet like friends of friends that way.
Mm.
Or I find somebody that's into food or whatever, and I follow them, and I never met them in real life, but just because they have a cookbook or something like that, I've become associated or acquainted with them. So I like DMs for that reason. Shout out to social media people.
All right, all right, all
Um,
right.
all right, text messages or emails. I would rather people pick up the phone and have conversations. Some people I don't want to call me, so y'all can send an email. But like my friends, I'd rather be on FaceTime or phone calls, especially if it's an important conversation. And then I feel like sometimes I'm too attached to my phone. So I feel like even though yes, emails come to my phone, but they wouldn't be as frequent as text messages and I'm like looking like for a response kind of thing. So I think that will help. And I've been there before, like going camping, working in a certain environment where I couldn't have my phone. I depended on DMs and emails. So if I did it before, I could do it again. Yeah. That's a gospel song. Yeah. So I'll stick with the emails and the DMs, and I'll get rid of the text. I don't get text anyway. My phone be so dry. I don't know why I pay them.
I be texting you.
I
Now I
mean,
gotta send
yes,
you emails and DMs.
that's true. Aside from Monie and a sparse few others, my mom don't even be texting me. I be wondering why I pay this phone bill. I don't know why. My phone be so dry. But anywho, emails and DMs. We'll stick with that.
Alrighty. And that is it for our
The
icebreaker.
icebreaker.
Yeah, yeah. And now we're going to head over into Suite 223. Hey y'all, welcome to the Poetic Suite 223, where I, Monie, am going to be spitting some poetry, letting it flow in your ears and touching your mind so you feel fine and you can unwind, maybe rewind to that time.
Oh my God. This is not the poem, y'all.
It
Or
is
is
not.
it?
It's not. It's not. That was off the top of the dome. If you don't already know. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in because I feel like this piece is fitting before we segue into our hot topic segment.
Ooh, what is it?
We both know you're here because I told you we need to talk. And honestly, I'm really surprised you showed up. But since you have arrived, please go ahead and have a seat. Listen as I speak because I will not repeat anything hereafter. This is not an intervention, so you can relax. This is merely a testament of where we're at. For years, you've been around, 4 years longer than anticipated. And I've debated many times how I would say this. So, as I look you in the eye, across from where you stare, I try not to compare past transgressions to my current state of mind. But it's time that I am honest and less modest than I have been in the past. I'm speaking up for myself, taking control of this mess, accepting full responsibility of how we got tangled in this unwavering, complicated, unanticipated, overrated affiliation that keeps us up all night with no rest. But I digress. Because this is more about me than it is about you. See, I knew from the beginning this would only last through dismay. Now the truth is, to you, the truth is past due. Please lower your hand. I don't have time for a Q&A. It's okay to be confused. I understand your thoughts are jumbled and misconstrued, but I also know you felt more than a few bumps on this ride. Now it's time to pull over before we collide. So before you exit, let me be perfectly clear. You are no longer welcome here. I don't need you to react, no apologies to adhere. I'm just setting myself free. And before you close the door, please make sure you leave the key. I know I don't have to say this, but since I'm living my truth, stress. Baby boo, I'm breaking up with you.
Yes. Thank you. You're far too kind.
Yes. I
So
try.
I've heard this poem. I heard it before, but um, the cadence, I can tell that you feel more comfortable with the piece, and as I'm listening to it, my mind goes to different things. Like, am I talking? If I was the writer, right? Like I'm listening to it as if it's me. If I'm the writer, am I talking to a friend that's getting on my nerves? Am I talking to my boo thing that's getting on my nerves? But then at the end, you said stress. I'm breaking up with you. And the reason why I like art is because it's up to the person that's watching, listening, whatever, their perspective of how they take it on. But all of it is relatable, whether I'm listening to it the way that you intended to switch it up at the end. Like our minds are going thinking like I'm talking to another person, you get on my nerves, listen to this, da, 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 whatever, but then at the end you say stress. That person can symbolize stress. That I like what I'm going through, work, financial situations, whatever it is, could be relatable, stress. I need to cut you off. But it's just, yeah, like even like what I said earlier in the check-in, like these people, they may be intentionally or not intentionally, quote unquote, doing something to me. I'm internalizing all of it, whether it's meant for me or not, and that's stress. So in order to avoid that stress, I'm doing the things that I'm doing. I have to break up with it. But while you were talking, last part, I was seeing that, two people on my shoulder, like one is like and the other person is like, no, 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 like you gotta, I'm battling, like which one do I listen to? And then at the end I decide, all right, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna let it go, I'm not gonna deal with it. It's over. It's a dub for stress. So yeah, I like that piece. I always like it when I hear it.
Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite ones because I don't know who I was thinking about when I wrote it, but by the time I got to the end, I was like, you know what? I want to do a play on words because I have oftentimes been met with stress and not knowing how to deal with it and then letting it linger longer than I intended it to or not recognizing it when it first came about and allowing it to take over my mind, my space, my time, and squeezing the joy out of me.
Yeah.
So I am grateful for the fact that I've been able to find ways to overcome my stress, to ignore things that are trying to stress me out, and to continue to move on and find ways to continue to enjoy my life because we only have this one, right? Not saying that
Mhm.
we're never going to get stressed out. There's never things that's going to make us upset. There's never going to be things that try to deter us from what we really want to do or try to mess up our focus, right?
Yeah.
But there's always ways to come back to us and to enjoy what we love and what we want to do. It's not like we have the ultimate determination of how we're going to deal with this. So it can
Yeah.
be there, we can deal with it, we can ignore it. How you gonna deal with what's bothering you? So you're gonna let it be the elephant in the room, or you're gonna address it and send that elephant on its way. So I definitely want to get into performing this piece. So if you hear it again, you're going to hear it again. And let me know if you enjoyed it when you hear it again. And if you enjoyed my cadence and my performance. Because, baby, I'm trying to practice,
Mhm.
repetition, repetition, repetition. So,
Get it
yes.
in.
Yes. So I'm excited to be back on the stage to perform this piece and allowing these words, allowing others to be on this poetic journey to just, embrace what I know that they have gone through also. Okay.
Right.
Tell stress
And,
goodbye.
and no matter how many times you recite it or people read it, it can be a reminder to let it go. Let the stress
Let
go.
it go. Let it go.
Don't take it
Yes.
anymore.
Don't take it anymore. Because as we close the door to this segment, we are now moving on to what, girl?
Hot topics.
Yes, I ain't heard it that clear in a minute.
I brought it down a notch. I
You,
usually do it higher, but
I see what you did. Okay, somebody been
it's
practicing in the mirror.
it's just been a while.
Let go.
It's time for hot.
You threw me off. You see my face? Girl, don't stop it. What are you doing? No, not on this season. Put it in season 6.
Let me wipe my tears with my Chipotle neck.
Chipotle. It's Chipotle.
I tried it. All right, y'all. Let's move on.
And you don't sing that one no more.
Oh, y'all, we are in our hot topic segment right now. We're in a cab. Sticking with the college theme. We're in a cab. If this is your first time listening to our podcast, where we're talking about sleep. We're not going to sleep, but we're going to talk about sleep. So Monie came up with this topic. I'm gonna pass her the mic. I'm gonna hold my mic, but she got her mic, and we're gonna talk about this thing. And we are not experts. We,
We
like
are
she said
not.
earlier, she took it upon herself to find some research, and we're gonna talk about, like I said, for the umpteenth time, sleep. So take it away, Monie,
Yes.
before I say sleep one more time.
Right, because you about to put the people to sleep. Come on now. Jesus. All right, so.
Let me sing my song again.
No. So, first and foremost, our first source is coming from UC Davis Health. All right. So, we're going to be talking about why sleep is important for your health. There are 3 different pillars of health: it's nutrition, physical exercise, and sleep. All 3 of those are connected. I'm going to say it again. There are 3 pillars of health: it is nutrition, physical exercise, and sleep. Okay, those are the important pillars to make sure that we can live our best lives. We need to make sure that we are healthy, that we're getting outside, and that we are getting enough hours of sleep. Well, not even necessarily getting outside, but when you get outside, you could exercise, or you could just go to the gym, some type of physical activity, y'all. All right. So it says, for example, if you don't sleep well, you may not eat well. People get food cravings when they haven't slept well, and they often crave a food with lots of carbohydrates, like a cookie.
Yeah. I was thinking that in my head.
And when you are tired, the last thing you want to do is go to the gym. People who are fully functioning pay attention to all 3. They must all be working together for better health. All right? Make sure they are all working together. Yaya, go ahead and read some other health benefits of sleep.
So, when I was little, my grandma used to always say, you need to take a nap. Don't you want to grow big like your mom? You need to take a nap. And she would get mad if it wasn't long enough. She'll say, that was a little cat nap. You ain't got the drool line and you ain't got the other lines. That wasn't a good nap. So, what grandma was saying is, you need to go to sleep so you can get bigger, so you can grow, so you can get strong. It also promotes a healthy heart. You want to make sure that your heart is healthy. Make sure that you rest, that you're not, stressing your little heart out. Make sure you get some rest. Also, I don't really know this one, but weight management. I guess maybe if I'm sleeping, I ain't eating all those cookies, so I can calm my body down.
That's
My
why she got rid of the cookies.
I'm not up late at night eating all the snacks, eating all the food or whatever. Maybe that's why. We said we ain't experts, but that's what this thing says. It also helps combat germs and keep your immune system strong. I think just overall, like letting your body just rest and not do anything, it could like get its work in. All the food that you put into your body earlier in the day, it could actually pick up the things that it needs. The protein goes into this pocket, the electrolytes go into this pocket. All it goes into. You watch that movie. What's it about the little emotions and stuff? You watch that movie. Everything in your body has something to do. Speaking of Disney, I'm gonna miss it because I deleted the Disney Plus. The
Now you
game
can't
over.
watch it.
Can't watch it, but y'all know a movie Inside Out. I can't watch Inside Out, but everything has its important things. So if you're asleep, the doctor always says, make sure you get that broth, make sure you get your water, and make sure you get your sleep. So then you give your body enough time to fight off those germs.
It also reminds me too of like being sick, and most of the time all I'm able to do is sleep because my body is recovering. Like allowing your body to do what it needs to do in order for you to get back to who you're supposed to be. Right? Like how they say your body will tell you when you're not you. You gotta pay attention to your body. When you need that rest, take that rest. Whether it's you being sick or you being tired. Whichever one it may be. Listen to your body.
Being tired, you ever feel like I'm so tired, I feel a little loopy right now. I feel like I'm about to bump into something because I'm just so tired, like I can't even stand up straight. If you get enough rest, you reduce the risk of injury. You don't want to be walking into stuff. I remember it's been so many times that I want to hang out with my friends when I was in grad school, hang out late at night, and I still got to drive home. There was at least 3 times that I almost crashed into a parked car. Not because I'm drunk,
No.
I don't do anything else or whatever the case may be, but I'm just so tired that I'm kind of like drifting off while I'm sleeping. So whether I'm walking around, whether I'm just standing up and I can't hold myself up because I'm so tired, just gotta protect yourself.
Yeah.
It reduced the risk of energy. Even shoot, on the train, I've fallen asleep so many times on the train. Somebody could have hurt me. That could be injury too.
Not you
My
falling asleep on the
overall,
train, Lord.
it's been so many times. I wake up like, oh, that's my stop. Oh, North Penn Station. Like,
Well,
let me get
thank the
up.
Lord for you waking up.
Yes, thank the Lord that I'm here right now podcasting with my best friend. So that's talking about the next thing, which is increasing your attention span, being able to be focused. And the last one, boost memory and learning. Sometimes like when you're so tired, your friends are talking to you or you're in class trying to study, you're trying to go off of that Starbucks that you had because you was trying to get that paper done or whatever the case may be. If you're sleeping enough, you have enough energy because your body was able to do what it needed to do to prepare you for the next day or whatever the case may be, that you can focus and you can learn and take in what's being taught to you.
Yeah, knowing when to rest those eyes. I
Oh
had a
my
class.
God.
I had a class earlier on the computer, and after the first class, I was going to take the second one. I was like, let me give my eyes a break because I've been sitting here reading, taking tests, and I'm like, I can't just jump into the next one. So I took a nap.
How long was that nap? Because you awake right now. Shout out. Shout
I took
out.
I took a responsible nap. It was like 30 minutes because I wasn't tired.
Okay.
I wasn't super tired, but it was like I really needed to rest my eyes. Not gonna. I was just like, oh my gosh. I mean, I don't want to look at a computer screen. Shoot, it got to the point where I could have sworn the words was moving. I was like, oh no, I'm reading too much. Let me put the computer to the side and rest my eyes. Okay.
I'm glad you were able to do that, girl.
I'm
Shout
glad I'm
out to
able to
you,
do
making
that.
progress.
Hey, let's do it. All right, so there is a certain amount of sleep, all right, that we should be getting as adults and also as children. All right, so what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna test Yaya. We're gonna see if she can guess the amount of sleep that each category should be having. So we
So
are
hold on.
going.
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember the answers. So if y'all listened to before, yes, we recorded this before, but honestly, I do not remember the answers to this. So this is going to be like really from
This is
scratch.
gonna
All
be
right.
interesting because let's just first of all let's start with adults. All right, so how many hours of sleep should adults get for a night of good health?
So I think on my phone, I got an iPhone, so it tells bedtime. Doo, 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 doo. It does that. So it's time for you to get prepared for bed. I think I have it set to 6.5 hours, but I think I'm supposed to be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night as a grown adult. I think that's what it is.
It's actually 7 to 8, but not bad. I mean,
Hey,
I'm pretty sure 6 isn't too bad. It says that some people insist that they can get away with 4 to 5 hours of sleep, while these so-called short sleepers, quote unquote, do exist. They are a very small percentage of the population. So if you're just getting 6 hours and you can work on that 6 hours. That's still 6 hours, baby. But it's
four
just
hours.
Yeah, some
Would they
people
be
can do
taking
four to
naps at
five.
work?
Who knows? I don't know. I definitely knew
I
somebody once
wish.
that said they only got 4 hours of sleep. Like they got up, went to the gym, did other whatever they do in the morning, and they just get 4 hours of sleep. But I also think they couldn't sleep at night. But hey, I don't remember. But I was like, I can't do it. Me on 4 hours of sleep, you're not gonna like me the next day. I can't do it. Or I'm gonna be so tired, I'm gonna go to
Taking a
sleep.
nap.
I'm gonna go to sleep sooner than I usually would because my body's gonna catch up on the sleep that I usually get. So
Yep. Me
let's
the
jump
other
in.
night when I went to sleep with my wig on, I was like, ooh, I'm tired. I was trying to watch Bridgerton. I had some wine, and I said I'm gonna lay down for 30 minutes. That 30 minutes turned into me getting up the next day.
That was
I was
that
like,
wine.
woo.
That wine kicked in. It says night night. That's what that was. That was that night wine. That good night wine.
Woo, baby.
All right. So the sleep for children is separated into different. What? Gosh, was she over here laughing and I don't
That
know
next
why.
one.
It was night wine. Night. When you sip this
Woo.
wine. Not you looking at it right now. That's what you was sipping? Move that. No promotion.
I didn't know you see it.
Anyway, moving on. So
I
according
was looking at the percentage.
be
Sorry.
quiet. Lord God. Mute yourself. I'm trying to get to the next section of this thing.
My Chipotle napkin.
Y'all, she been sipping some wine while we've been recording. She's
No.
acting cuckoo. Lord. All right. Some
Water.
what's in that bottle?
It's Poland spring water. Sponsor us, please.
Oh my God.
Sponsorship.
Yo.
We need the money.
Anyway, so according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, these are the recommended numbers of hours of sleep based on the child's age, and it ranges from newborn to teenagers.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's 6 different ones ranging from newborns to teenagers. We're going to start with the newborns. How many hours a day should newborns be getting? How many hours of sleep? How many hours of sleep a day?
I know what you meant.
Okay.
So first of all, I didn't know that they needed to have a certain amount of hours of sleep. I just thought that they ain't got nothing else to do. They can't talk. They can't walk. What else they gonna do? Poop, eat, and sleep. So I thought that's just because they was bored. They ain't got nothing else to do. But I'ma guess they be like they take naps and then they wake
cry
up.
too. They not napping. They just sleeping.
They like cuckoo. It's like, let me stop.
As many hours as they supposed to be sleeping, it don't include no nap.
24 hours in the day. I'm gonna say they sleep probably 16 hours.
That's close. It's between 14 to 17 hours a day.
That's a lot.
They are newborns. They are growing. As you said, they eat, sleep, and poop and cry.
And like my grandma said, they need to grow. But that's why the parents be stressed out. Those babies need to sleep a little. Maybe like they need to make bigger gaps. Like why do they gotta sleep for a short period and keep waking up to eat? Just go to sleep.
But how long is a baby a newborn? Like up until a month?
No.
Because it says because then it goes to baby. So am I a newborn up until 2 months, 3 months? How long am I a newborn?
I'm gonna Google it.
So I'm thinking once I make 1 to 2 months, I'm not a newborn no more. I'm a 2-month-old baby.
2 to 3 months.
That's what I was thinking. I ain't got no kids, y'all,
but it's up. So under 28 days or even up to 2 to 3 months of age. All right, let me close this so y'all won't think I'm Googling the answers.
Okay, so they could be considered a newborn 2 to 3 months. Up to 28 days, but no longer than 3 months.
When I have a baby, it's going to be 24 months. I'm like, look at my newborn. Look at my baby.
24 months? That's a 2. Anyway. All right. Babies. How many hours a day should they be sleeping, including naps? Babies. How many?
What's the baby? I think a baby is between 1 and 2. Well, I guess after 3 months until 24 months. So, let's see. I guess more than me. So if mine is 8, and then I said 16 for the other one, I'm gonna say 13 hours.
You close. It's between 12 to 16 hours a day, including naps.
Oh,
so
okay.
Not too bad. You were close. You close.
Time my baby when I have a baby.
You probably putting them on a sleep schedule, so they know when it's time for them to go nappy nap, sleep is sleep.
I'm gonna put a timer on. The doctor gonna be like, how many hours? I'm like, look, on this day it was this hour. And
all right,
assistant doctor.
And moving on to toddlers. This includes naps as well. Toddlers.
All right, toddlers. Maybe ages 2 to 3, almost before they turn 4. 12 hours.
She's saying she don't remember, y'all, but that's good. It's between 11 and 14 hours a day, including naps.
You know what makes it easier to guess? So I'm thinking about me as a grown-up, and then the other ones, it has to be less than those, right? So that's how I'm guessing.
Her math. Whatever that math was supposed to be, however that's mathing. All right. And now we're going on to preschoolers. This also includes naps. But now, wait, did I just do preschoolers?
You did. Toddlers.
No, I didn't. That was toddlers. Yes. All right, we all on preschoolers. This also includes naps. They do have designated nap time at school.
Shout out to my nephews, Nile and Noah. But I don't know. I just like to bother them during their nap times.
Not bother them. Do they need that nap time?
I know, but they always gotta take a nap when it's not convenient for me. 10 hours.
Yeah, 10 to 13 hours a day.
13 hours.
10 to 13 is also including naps. So if they sleep in at night for 8 hours and they take 2 naps in a day, it's about that you know. All right. School age children. They should be getting this each night. They
They
should be
need
getting
more
that.
sleep because they be aggy. 11 hours.
9 to 12 hours. Yeah, see, I think you getting it somewhere in between. Like, just take it down a notch from the one before. I see what you're doing. And last but certainly not least, we have teenagers. Every single night, how many hours of sleep should they be getting?
9 to 11 hours. 11 hours, that's a
It's
lot.
actually 8 to 10 hours. Actually 8 to 10. I sleep like a teenager sometimes. I be getting 10 hours of sleep.
That's beautiful. That's a goal right there.
I be like, but then I be too tired. Like, dang, I know I slept a little too long. It ain't really sleeping, it's more like resting. I just don't get up.
I think what's difficult for me is, okay, I work a 7-8 hour shifts. Then I drive. It takes me about an hour or whatever to get home. By the time I'm getting home, I'm not ready to call it a night. I'm ready to go to the gym, watch something on TV, like enjoy the rest of the hours I got of the day. So I know my timer goes off on my phone saying time to prepare for bed. But it's like, girl, I just got home. Like, all I had time to do was eat potato salad. I'm gonna enjoy my night. Like, what you mean get ready for bed? I just got here.
I just got home. You gotta
Yeah,
go to
so
sleep and do that thing all over again.
yeah, so like even though I'm grateful for whoever made up this bedtime thing on the iPhone or whatever the case may be, but it's just very hard. Like if you don't live within a 15 minute radius of where you work, those commutes eat up a lot of time.
Many people don't live within 15 minutes of where they work anyway. Most people
I
commute.
used to.
Most people
I used
commute.
to. I remember I worked 1 minute walking from my house. That was the best. But I was
Oh,
always
that's too
late because I was
close.
so convenient.
Dang.
Nobody knew. Like I would just walk around or whatever so nobody could see. And then my one job I worked, I could have walked there too, but I would drive because I didn't want people to see me walking or whatever the case may be. But like I know somebody who recently moved to Atlanta and she saw two apartments, one that's very close to her job and another one that was further. She ain't got a car right now, but she chose the one that was a little bit further because of that. Like I was younger. I was way younger when I was walking. I was fresh early 20s, but now I would not do that because, I don't want people to know where I live. But yeah, it was very nice though. Like as soon as I get off of work, it's time to do whatever I want. But now very hard. So I'm stretching that 6 hours of sleep is a press, but it's because I want to be able to be up for some time doing other stuff with my day opposed to wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, wake up, go to work, go home. We need 4-hour work days.
Hey, but speaking of wake up, go to home, sleep, wake up, go to home, sleep. I could have said like you. But anyway, when you come home, what is your routine before you go to bed? Get out of here. You drink a glass of wine every night?
Not every night.
On only them really stressful days you come home?
Not even. Sometimes I'm in the mood for wine, sometimes I'm not. But I notice it's like in batches. So sometimes it's like, okay, for some days I'm drinking wine with certain meals and then it stops and I'm not doing it for months or whatever the case may be. But it's not like that. It's just because I had a party and I got a lot of wine. I got wine left over. Yes, I got wine left over. But no, my routine is I come in, I wash my hands, I put my keys down, figure out what I want to eat for dinner, and try to get some entertainment in, whether that's dancing around an apartment with music on, catching up on a show, reading a book. It's different sources of entertainment. It could be catching up with a girlfriend via FaceTime or phone call, whatever the case may be. But some nights it's me eating or whatever, like trying to figure out should I eat first or go to the gym first.
Yeah.
So it's every day, it's always a meal and some sort of plugging myself in to zone out and enjoy the night, whether that's the gym or book or whatever the case may be. Then before I get very, very tired, I try to get my shower in, brush my face, wash my teeth, do all those. I did that on purpose. And yeah, I'm not the person where I prepare for the next day, like pulling out my clothes and stuff like that. But I have to, except the other night when I fell asleep with my wig on. Many nights I have to shower before I go to bed. It's just like I go to bed feeling clean. I also like white bedding, so I don't like to go to bed or be in my bed, like without showering and everything
Yeah.
like that. But pretty much entertainment, eating first, and then preparing for bed by washing my body off. Also, when I'm leaving work, music, podcast, whatever I'm listening to is upbeat. So that starts my, as soon as I get off of work, my entertainment starts in my car by what I'm listening to. But then once I start that water come on to wash my face, then the tones end. So I might be listening to hype music, Jersey Club, whatever the case may be. That's on the. Sorry, my mom just texted me. If you heard that, like something upbeat. But once I get to mom, can you hear that?
Yes.
I said podcast go on. She said okay, and then she sent me the hi emoji. Hi, Monique, my mom.
Hey, we hear you.
um, is the but yeah, the vibes change, so it's more like maybe jazz music, maybe some Janae Aiko, like something that's a lower tone, Jasmine Sullivan, not the busting windows out the car, Jasmine, but something else. Yeah, to like kind of bring myself down. Sometimes I have to listen to white noise or the Calm app inside timer to help me go to sleep, but that's my nightly routine. That was a
Yes.
lot. Sorry for
It
talking so much.
For me, I have this thing where I call it washing the day off of me. As soon as I come into the house, I have to pass the bathroom on my way to my room. I will go to the bathroom, start my shower, and then go into my room, take my stuff, I'll put my bag and everything down, light my candles, turn on my R&B music. So by the time that I come out of the shower and I come back into my room, the vibe is already set. My room is smelling good. I'm smelling good. Um, but I'm like, if I don't do that as soon as I get home, it kind of like messes up my own like routine, even for the morning,
Mhm.
because I like to relax myself before I get into bed. So like how you were when you were so tired that you end up falling asleep before preparing yourself for the next day.
Yeah,
When my alarm goes off and I do that, it throws off my morning. Now I got to take a shower in the morning. I got to look for something to wear.
yeah, yeah.
Like I like to look for my clothes at night, prepare myself for the next day so that I can just jump and go. I like to have showered, wash my face, brush my teeth. Um, but the thing that kind of trips me up sometimes too, if I don't eat before I come home, then it's like, dang, I don't want to shower then eat. Do I want to eat and then shower? So sometimes I flip flop with that. But sometimes I end up eating after my shower. But the thing is, like, I don't want to eat and then fall asleep. So it's like I juggle with that sometimes. I'm like, dang, now I took a shower, I ate, now I got the itis, and I'm just so relaxed. Now I'm falling asleep while watching TV. So, but the main thing for me when it comes to a routine is literally taking a shower as soon as I come through the door.
Mhm.
And just washing the day off of me, relaxing, getting my mind right for the next day. Um, I have to light that candle, and I have to play some smooth music to just get me into an unwinding mode, whether that's R&B or some jazz, opposed to my morning routine where I gotta play something to wake me up.
Hypey.
Right. I gotta play something that's upbeat, wake me up, because I am not a morning person. It's so hard for me to wake up, and sometimes it's hard for me to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm such an in-between person. I can't wake up and I can't go to sleep. So I'll be like, dang, what do I do when I can't fall asleep? I use the meditation app sometimes. I use the Calm app when I can't
Hmm.
fall asleep to help. I love the sleep stories. I use that to help me listen to the stories to help me fall asleep. Listen to like different types of sounds, a little rain. Usually when it's a rainy night,
Oh, I love that.
I could do a rainy night. Oh, I love a rainy night. Minus the thunderstorms and the lightning crashing. I don't need all of that. But a nice pitter patter of rain on my window sill, dripping off of the leaves. Yes, that I can do. All right, that gives me a nice, relaxed sleep. I love sounds like that. I used
Raindrop,
to fall
drop
asleep.
top.
I used to fall asleep to jazz music. Put it on low, let it play all night. I can't remember how I got into that, but I really, really love that. I also have like a meditation buddy, a breathing buddy. So like it's a light. So when the light glows, you breathe in, and when it
Oh,
dims down, You breathe out, so it's kind of like you breathe with the. Oh, he right here. You want to say hi to my little? He right here.
I was wondering what that was when I saw it in your room.
Yeah, he light up when it's time to breathe in and breathe out, so it
It looks like
changes
a little
colors.
Buddha.
Yeah, so he turns colors, and I breathe in and out with him. Sometimes when I need to go to sleep.
I got something for you. Breathe in, breathe out.
That's
breathe
too hype. See, that's too hype.
in.
And then other times, honestly, sometimes I just have to lay there. Like I have to get out of my phone, put my phone away,
Oh, that part.
and like literally close my eyes and try to force myself to go to sleep, silence my thoughts. Because even sometimes I'll be like, all right, let me try to put on something boring. Most of the time I put on something boring, I'm thinking it's boring, I'm stuck into it. Well, now I'm watching his history. I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know that. Huh. Like, girl, you're supposed to be watching this to help you fall asleep. Now you all engaged, and now you're 2 hours later and you still ain't asleep. Turn the TV off. Turn it off.
Yeah.
So that's what I try to do to help me go to sleep. What about you?
So it's the calm apps, but I can't do the stories because of what you just said about the boring thing. I get so enthralled into the stories, and I'm like, okay, I gotta listen to it. Especially when I can't sleep. So if I can't sleep, there's one meditation that I love to listen. It's always the same thing. And I'm like, I listen to Kananute, whatever his name is, all the time, but his always most like 9 times out of 10 does does the job for me. So the meditation ones or just the soundscapes does it for me, but the stories I get so distracted. I'm like, okay, it's been 50 minutes and I'm still listening to the story. It's not helping. I wanted to say what you said about the shower. What makes that difficult for me is my nights are not as planned as they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't come into my home and take a shower because then I might want to go to the gym. I like to shower after the gym or whatever the case may be. And plus, I'm getting home so late. So it's like a rush decision. Am I going to the gym or not? Because I got to be in bed by 10:30 latest. So make this decision. So pretty much while I'm driving, I'm trying to make the decision. But I do miss the times where I was planned. Like my gym days were planned. What I was going to do in the gym was planned. What I was going to eat was planned. Like everything, and it wasn't hectic. It wasn't stressful. It wasn't bothersome at all. I actually loved when my life was like that. So with having a structured life in that way of meal prepping and uh having whether it's me or a friend, whatever the case may be, knowing what I'm going to do in the gym, I find like I'm actually more active in the gym. I'm actually on a precise schedule. It made things flow way better. So if I can get back to that, I've been saying it for the longest, but I think now I should start doing that. Because my gut is out of line. It's the back fat for me. It's the cookies. It's the cookies.
Big bag.
But yeah, I think like that will definitely help my night routine. I tried the morning thing. That's one thing I do want to practice for like a week of getting up earlier and going to the gym. Like if I can get up at 5 or 5:30, get to the gym and then shower and start my day or whatever. But the shower for me, the reason why I say I wish I was like you is because a lot of times the shower wakes me up. So if I'm taking a shower right before bed, it's harder. It's hard to get to sleep. So I did focus. Now I'm focusing on my wash, the body wash that I use. I can't be using Vibrant Citrus Sunrise
Oh, yeah,
at night. Like I need to.
I use lavender.
Yeah, I have to use something like the aromatherapy that's gonna help me sleep. So I do have something like citrus something. It's bright orange or whatever. Like, okay, this is gonna be for the morning or like midday shower or whatever, weekend shower. But at night, I'm gonna use this other one
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, cause I think maybe that was impacting me. So I noticed with that switch alone, I've been able to okay, I could bring it down at night opposed to before. I'm like, oh, what can I clean? What can I do? I'm still awake. Oh my God. I was just very, very tired. And now all of a sudden I got this burst of energy just because I took a shower. So, but I don't want to be, I do it sometimes, the shower in the morning, but I don't want to be, can't press snooze on my alarm 3 times because I'm taking a shower in the morning.
Oh, I gotta stop doing that. I'm like, one thing that I do stick to is actually the timer that you mentioned, like the bedtime reminder, and having my phone automatically going to D&D at a certain time of the evening, so I'm not disturbed, and it reminds me, hey, you need to be getting ready to wind yourself down to go to sleep.
Right.
So I'm like, that I can appreciate. I'm glad I have that on my phone. Because there have been times where I've woken up and I'm like, dang, I'm glad I didn't see these messages. That would have had me up. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I've
my
had that
D&D was
happen.
on.
Yeah, I've had that happen too. Like I'm been glad that I didn't see certain texts, even though which made me think morning routine. Because it starts my morning off mad. Like yes, I'm glad I didn't see this before I went to sleep because I would have been up and frustrated or whatever the case may be. But I'm mad now that it's starting my day off with seeing this text message. So that too, like not letting my alerts get to me until I think I have until 7:30. But at one point I did have it at 10. But certain people like Raven or certain people I couldn't see their text. But yeah, it's all boundaries. Setting
Yeah.
boundaries about your bedtime with other people, whatever the case may be, so that you're more alert, that you're growing, that you're more focused, whatever the case may be for the next day.
So, with that being said, baby, we're about to go into six tips to get better sleep, or
Oh,
six steps to better sleep. Some sleeping tips. All right. So, first one being sticking to a sleep schedule. Set aside no more than 8 hours of sleep. The recommended amount of sleep for a healthy adult is at least 7 hours. We've talked about this, 7 to 8. Most people don't need more than 8 hours in bed to be well rested. Go to bed and get up at the same time every day, including weekends. I skip a little hour or two. And being consistent reinforces your body's sleep wake cycle, which makes sense. Um, it also says if you don't fall asleep within 20 minutes of going to bed, leave your bedroom or do something relaxing, read, listen to music, go back to bed when you're tired, and repeat as needed, but continue to maintain your sleep schedule and your wake up time. So
I
that.
love that. I love that because it it lets me know that I'm doing something good. Like there's been times, first of all, I don't like to do anything in my bed except sleep. I like to be other places doing other things or whatever. Even if I'm like, I just want to kick back. No, you got your couch for that. You
Mm-hmm.
got this for that, or whatever the case may be. Because I want my body to know that bed is for rest. But sometimes I can't sleep because my mind is like a guinea pig on a hamster wheel. It's just so busy. So without knowing that tip, I'll get up and okay, let me reorganize this that I was going to do later, or let me pack my bag that I will do in the morning because maybe now I can't sleep. I'm not going to have the energy to do it, so why not do it now? Then
Right.
I'll lay down. If I still can't sleep, I try to occupy my time. I ain't going to do no jumping jacks, but I'll try to find something to do to try to like I don't know because I can't sleep. So
Yeah. One thing I definitely do is I try I don't keep my schedule on the weekend. I definitely sleep in an hour or two. I don't have an alarm for the weekend. I think except for Sunday I have it wake me up by 8, but I wake up before it anyway. So it's
yeah.
like my body naturally sleeps in like an extra hour on the weekend, or wakes up too early. I'll be like, yo, it's the weekend. Let's rest in a little bit. So I'll just
If you
probably.
say weekend one more time, I keep thinking about SZA.
But what I am trying to do, because I am off for the summer, I'm trying to not wait too late to get my body back on the schedule. Getting up at 5 and doing like a routine starting really early. Because right now I'm
Yeah,
getting up at about 6:37. So after a while, I'm gonna have to bring it back to the normal
yeah.
time of where I have to wake up, so that I'm already prepared for when the school year starts back again. But for now, I'm gonna keep it at sleeping in till about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. Don't go to bed hungry or stuffed. In
Mm.
particular, avoid heavy or large meals within a couple of hours of bedtime. Discomfort might keep you up. Nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol deserve caution too. Night twine. The stimulating effects of nicotine and caffeine take hours to wear off and can interfere with sleep. And even though alcohol might make you feel sleepy at first, it can disrupt your sleep later in the night, quote unquote, waking you back up, ma'am.
Yeah. So my thing with that is paying attention to my meal times.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people, like I used to be like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. That means breakfast. 12 o'clock. That means this. This o'clock means that. But with doing it that way and not listening to my body and what my body needs, I noticed if I had that meal at 6:30, 7 o'clock, then by 10 o'clock I'm needing something else, and then now I'm having crackers before bed or a banana or some, like trying to fill my body because I'm hungry. Shout out to me. Because I'm hungry before going to bed. So figuring out, okay, if yes, 6:30 dinner time may work for somebody that's in the bed by 8:30, but that doesn't work for me if I'm going to bed by 10:30. So I have to find a regimen that works for me, making sure that I'm not eating too early or too late, and making sure that, like you said, I'm not stuffing myself so that I'm cramping or whatever the case may be, or my body can't put those little things into the pockets like I mentioned earlier. So finding out what my schedule is and then fitting like my bedtime schedule or wake schedule, and figuring out my meal schedule so that it could accompany it and not destroy it.
Yeah, one time I had to be mindful of the medication that I was taking before going to
Mm.
bed because it had caffeine in it and I didn't know. And I'm like, why the hell can't I go to sleep? And
Oh
I'm looking at it.
wow.
So I think one of them was like Midol. Midol has caffeine in it. I don't know if there's a different version of it that doesn't have it, but Midol has caffeine in it for those who didn't know. And I'm like,
Mm.
why am I up? I had to look at what was in it. And I'm just like, well, that makes sense now. I can't go to sleep.
Wow.
And then also one thing that I had to pay attention to was not taking like melatonin too late. Like if I plan on taking melatonin to help me go to sleep because I know I'm already wired and I'm up, I need to take it like 8, 9 o'clock. I can't be trying to
Mm.
take it like 10:30, 11. Not
Yeah.
even midnight. Once it hit midnight, you're gonna have to figure out something else to do, girl. You can't don't be popping no
Midnight.
melatonin. I'm still gonna be tired when I wake up. I already can't
Facts.
wake up. Melatonin gonna make it worse.
That's relatable. I've dealt with that, and I've also dealt with my allergy pills. It does the opposite. It makes you drowsy. So I have to make sure that I'm not taking that too late, because then in the morning I'm not gonna want to get up.
That part. And we gotta get up
Right.
and go to work, girl. We gotta make that money, 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 money.
Listen.
Number 3, create a restful environment. Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. Exposure to light in the evening might make it more challenging to fall asleep. Avoid prolonged use of light emitting screens just before bedtime. TikTok, Instagram, hello. Consider using darkening room shades, earplugs, a fan, or other devices to create an environment that suits your needs. Doing calming activities before bedtime, such as taking a bath or using relaxation techniques, might promote better sleep.
Yeah, that's relatable too.
It's like you were
Even with
saying
the
with that body
YouTube,
wash.
yep, the body wash, and then also with the soundscapes, I turn it on. And the beautiful thing about the Calm app, you can turn your screen off and it will still play the audio of it. And then too, like if you're using YouTube, they have soundscapes on there, and some things that support your sleep on there. But it comes a lot, not all of them, but some of them come with in 10 minutes or in 5 minutes the screen will black out, and the screen is it's still on, but it's like a black screen so that it's not disturbing your sleep. So
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that too. And then I also have, so I forgot to say in my night routine, I'll turn off when I know it's shower time. I'll turn off the lights, and then I'll turn on my spotlights, and I'll
Mm.
put the timer on, whether it's 90 minutes, 120 minutes. Then I go into the bathroom, do my thing, and get in the bed. Then the lights go off. I'm not a person that likes to go to sleep with the TV on. If I do, it's on mistake. But
I fell
yeah,
asleep with the TV watching me.
yep, yep, exactly. So I definitely need unless I'm on an airplane or I fall asleep because I'm very exhausted, I need that restful environment to be created. So that's relatable too.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, limit daytime naps. Long daytime naps can interfere with nighttime sleep. Limit naps to no more than 1 hour and avoid napping late in the day. However, if you work nights, you might need to nap late in the day before work to help make up your sleep debt. Man, I chopped that and screwed that. All
What
right.
is it? So sleep so much I'm yawning, my bad. Ooh, baby, koali baby.
Hey, I am a terrible napper. I'm gonna say that right now. There have been many a time when I'm like, all right, first thing I do when I'm come home because I'm so tired, I can't even do my nighttime shower routine. I'm just coming. I'm gonna take me a little quick hour nap. That hour turns into damn near the next morning, and I'm up at 2 o'clock, and I got to get up at 5, and I'm like, well, that definitely wasn't a nap. Where'd the time go?
Yeah,
I've learned I am not a napper. I mean, I can do it sometimes, like I did it earlier today, but I think it's because I was already well rested. I literally just needed to rest my eyes a little bit. But if I already had a long day coming in the evening, there's no such thing as a nap.
yeah.
It's baby, you going to bed.
Naps are hard for me as well, but I found that what helps me if I really need it, like you really have to listen to your body. If your body's saying rest, then rest. Like I really needed something from my mom's house, But I was like, I need this nap more. Or I need to go home more because, like I said earlier, you can be driving and God forbid something happens. Um, I find it helpful though to have an accountability partner with
Mm.
that nap. So it's been times where I'll tell Simone, "Hey, I'm going to take a nap for this amount of time," and then I'll call you back, and then she realized I ain't call her back, so she'll call me. Or I think we were having a family Thanksgiving or something, and I was like, I need to take a nap, like I'm low on energy, but can you come get me after 30 minutes or whatever the case may be? And because my thing is, I'll get up and I'm like, dang, that was a good nap, and go back to sleep. But because that person is waking me up, like that person is waking me up or calling me or whatever, it's like, dang, now I know I had something to do. Let me get up. Um, yeah. So just whether it's whoever it is that knows I'm supposed to be up, like we supposed to be going to get dinner. You should be getting ready right now. Like let's go, let's get up. You have to. I need that person to get me up because if it's not, then I'm like, well, they forgot. I forgot too. Shit, I'm about to put my head back down and wake up the next day.
Absolutely not. All right, we're almost done. Number 5, include physical activity in your daily routine. Regular physical activity can promote better health. However, avoid being active too close to bedtime. Spending time outside every day might be helpful too. I am I am a morning workout person. I prefer to get my day started with working out. Although I have heard that some people say that working out before bed helps them before
Sleep better.
to sleep better. I can't do it. I'm like, now I'm hyped and I'm up. All right, what we doing now? Like I can't see myself working out before it's time for me to go to bed. Um, but I can see how saying like just having a normal healthy routine will assist in you having better healthy sleep because I've noticed for myself like the more that I've been active more than I was that more than I was during the school year. Like now that I've had this extra time, so I'm like
Hmm.
walking more. I'm outside more. I think yesterday I did like three or so miles yesterday. Like I do feel better. I feel happier. I'm outside. I'm getting sunlight. I'm getting fresh air, and I'm sleeping better. I can definitely tell a difference in my actual sleep than from when I was
Yeah.
working in the day. I might have been stressed out. Now I'm showered. I'm jumping into bed. I got things on my mind from the day. So I
Yeah.
definitely do think it does make a difference with a bit of physical activity. It makes your body feel good.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Manage your worries. Try to resolve your worries or concerns before bedtime. Jot down what's on your mind and then set it aside for tomorrow. Stress management might help. Start with basics such as getting organized, setting priorities, and delegating tasks. Meditation can also ease anxiety.
Yeah.
I could not agree with those things more. A little journaling, definitely a little meditation. I've done that on several occasions. Sometimes a little prayer. For those of you that pray,
A
sometimes a
lot of
little
times prayer, big
um
prayer.
to get that stress off your mind. And even how you were saying sometimes doing a few tasks, even to just like focus your mind on something else. I've definitely done that shit. I've even folded some clothes. I folded some clothes before bed has tired me
I
out, honey.
have
I tell
too. It's like I can't go to sleep. Let me go tackle one of those bags real quick.
you. So
But
how
I wanted to so I the journaling thing, I've learned recently that that's helpful to just get the flush the ideas or whatever's bothering me out of my mind because I don't want to be the person to text or call or bother anybody else. Even yes, they may be up, they may be sleeping, and then two, that phone call that could have been 5 minutes, maybe hours, and now I'm up later, right? So I found lately that I've been using voice memos to journal because I don't want to call. Like I said, I don't want to call anybody. I don't want to text, but I also don't want to turn on the light to write anything. So I just record as if I'm talking to somebody, but they ain't talking back, right? And then get it out of my mind, and that's been helpful. The sound bowl, the singing bowl. I don't know the proper word, but let's just say sound bowl.
Mhm.
I use that. That's helps to clear my mind and ease my mind. Just different tactics sometimes when the calm app is not something that I want to use. I found that to be helpful. But I can't go to sleep if I have worry or stress on my mind. even excitement and joy. Like it's the day before Christmas. I really
Yeah.
can't. I'm excited for something.
Or
I have to
travel.
calm myself. Yep.
I can't sleep before travel. I'm scared I'm gonna miss my plane. I'm so excited to get on that plane. I'm getting up out of here. I'll sleep on the plane, okay?
So I think just all of these is knowing yourself. Like you said about the gym, some people are morning gymmers, some people are night gymmers, some midday. The eating schedule, you have to know your body, you have to know your mind, you have to know your own work schedule and accommodate those things. How to go to sleep. Where's your sleeping sanctuary? Where's your sanctuary to do other things? I mean, you may have sex and activities inside your bed too, but your mind, like flushing out where do I eat, where do I sleep, where do I die. Like if you're having some difficulty with sleeping, maybe categorizing things, coming up with a kind of concrete schedule, because things happen, things come up. You may go from West Coast to East Coast to whether different parts of the world, your schedule changes, time zones, all that stuff too. But basically what I'm saying, you can't always take advice from other people. You have to know what your lifestyle is, what your body wants and needs, and be mindful of that.
All right, absolutely. I can't agree more. So, before we close this out, understanding the wants and needs of your body, what is a unhealthy habit that you have before bed? Give us one.
Playing on my phone, even though it's on sleep mode, I still, especially like if I like somebody, I'm looking to see if they text me or on whether I like somebody or not on Instagram, social medias or whatever. Instead of just putting the phone down, that's something that I've been working on. I'm up and down with it. It's not perfect, but that's my bad habit. Aside from getting a cookie after dinner time, that's my bad habit of being with my phone. What about you?
Eating too late. Eating too late. Because I know once I eat, I'm going to lay down. Like, I have nothing else I need to do for the day. I have no intentions of, like, going outside, going for a walk, working out, nothing. So it's me eating too close to the time I'm actually going to lay down. So if I know I'm going to lay down at, like, 9:30, I should not be eating at 9 o'clock.
Mm.
And just the thought of me, sometimes I do it, I'm like, oh, I should not have done that. Now I feel
Yep.
fat.
Relatable. Yep.
But I'm like, also, I don't feel like getting up. I'm like, I gotta fix that. I cannot keep doing this to myself because that's also that's a part of a way you really gain weight by eating like that before bed, especially if it's something heavy. And I don't be doing like a little snack because I'm like, I ain't had no meal. I'm hungry. But it's also like, I can't be eating too much. So, and like I had a couple of grapes. I had like some chicken nuggets. I
So
mean, I don't eat
eating too heavy before bed.
yeah, I can too heavy. But with that being said, that brings us to the end of our hot topic segment. I do hope that y'all learned a little something. Maybe you thought of adding something to your routine or trying something new before you go to bed. Who knows? Well, I do hope that y'all are getting healthy sleep out there. Like, let us know how many hours y'all get to sleep a night. That's what I want to know. And is it working for you? Like, you want them 4 hours short sleepers, or you getting your full 8 hours? Let us know down
No
below.
judgment though. Everybody's different.
No judgment. Some people can really get down like that. But we just want to
I
know.
get down like
We
that.
just being nosy. And now we're going to head over into the dorm story segment. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? In today's dorm story segment, we are sharing a story from sleepcoach.com. We're going to be reading the story. Actually doesn't say the author, but the article is entitled, goodness, why can't I talk today? I just had a little sip, a little something, and I still can't talk. I don't know what's going on. I didn't have the wine. I had tea. All right, Fearless Sleep, my insomnia recovery story. All right,
Tell a story, babe.
let's jump into it. If you are struggling with insomnia, you should know that you aren't alone. I've been there myself, from the place of fear and despair to a complete recovery. I hope that my story will give you hope and confidence and that you can overcome insomnia too. I always consider myself to be a good sleeper. Being an anxious type in general, I could always rely on one thing. If I face a problem or worry in life, I could always sleep on it. One night things changed. It was January 2020. I was going through antibiotic treatment when on the third day I lost my sleep and I didn't sleep at all. I spent the whole night moving from bed to sofa, very puzzled. The same happened on the second night. 0 sleep. I immediately thought it had something to do with the pills. As I later read, that particular antibiotic had a rare side effect of sleep disruption, and I was the lucky one to have it. I stopped the treatment and the next night went back to normal until my business trip a couple of weeks later. That night at the hotel, I thought to myself, I wonder if I can still lose my sleep. And I didn't sleep again. It didn't make sense because I was no longer taking the antibiotics. I started Googling different remedies. This was the beginning of spiraling all the way down. No matter what I tried, pretty soon everything stopped working. I started having multiple nights in a row of either 0 or very little sleep, accompanied by panic and despair. No doctor could tell me what was wrong either. A couple of months later, I started reading about anxiety and panic, and I noticed that insomnia has a lot in common with phobias and PTSD. I thought to myself, these problems are dealt with relatively easy in psychotherapy. So how come I can't apply the same principles to my sleep? This is when I started reading about exposure therapy, and it was the beginning of the end. The more I learned about how fear and anxiety works, the calmer I became, and I started sleeping better. This was the sign I was moving in the right direction. The principle of exposure therapy helped me face my fears and stop running away from them. But I had to learn way more. My journey lasted over a year. From the place of total chaos to the complete realization that the only thing that stops me from sleeping is fear of losing sleep. It is not a quick fix, but it is something that can set us free from the whole struggle. Insomnia is the ultimate paradox that I faced, and I found that way out of that paradox is paradoxical as well. Over that long period of time, I gained a lot of insights that I'm now sharing with others, and I see how these insights help people feel and sleep better. I hope you will find support and encouragement too.
Ooh, Kawali, baby, that was a long story. But one thing that two things that I take out of that is the medication. It's very important to read the side effects of medication, because what I've learned for myself, not dealing with sleep, but some of them have different side effects. Sorry, side effects that contradict them. So one I had made, the side effects was constipation, and another one was diarrhea. So like imagine one that gives you energy and then one that makes you fatigued. Like how's your body fighting against that? But I never thought that or I never knew that medication can basically give you insomnia. And I never knew that like I thought that a doctor had to say you have insomnia. So listening to it too, it's like okay, I've struggled a few nights and for certain lengths of time too. Like maybe it's 3 nights in a row or a week or whatever of struggling with insomnia, and it's not fun.
It's not.
It's not fun at all. So the little periods that I've had, if I thought that was a battle, I can't imagine what this person who said they're on the psych medications is going through, or people maybe that went through like military army and it's like PTSD that's causing them to not be able to go to sleep or whatever. It's so many things that can cause it. So I'm just like I like my sleep. I like the dreams that I have, even though sometimes the dreams suck. But I like feeling well rested for the day. So do they ever feel like well rested at all? Or do they feel like they're going through the day drowsy and sleepy? Because the ones that I know that have it, I can't tell if they're sleepy. But how does it feel? Like I don't want to know, but tell me.
Well, as someone that has suffered from insomnia before, sometimes I was able to still go through a regular day until it got to a certain point in the day, and it's like, damn it, I'm really tired.
Struggling, yeah.
Because I wasn't able to sleep all night, and then by the time I finally got comfortable, I was like, well, it's time to get up. Might as well just get ready for work. And it's just really hard. It's kind of hard to explain, like tossing back and forth, trying to go to sleep, and then still able to get through the day. But also, I'm thinking throughout the day, like, I have not had any sleep. Right. So I was also able to notice, like, how it started to mess up, like, what I was able to focus on or concentrate on, or how I would do things differently, because I wasn't able to just fully be myself because I didn't have the sleep that I would usually get. But I was still able to function in a way that some people weren't even able to notice. But I knew for myself that I was slacking a little bit. I was like, I don't usually work this slow. I don't usually do things a certain way, but I have to do it in this manner because I just don't feel like me. So in order for me to get out of that, it was just a lot of stress that I had going on at the time that impeded on my sleep. So I had to find ways. We talked about, getting those worries off of your mind before bed. I had to figure out for myself how to make sure that that wasn't happening to me anymore. So I did go to therapy. I did do the journaling. They taught me different methods of making sure that I was having my mind in a positive space, because it got to a point where even if I did get that little bit of sleep, I was having weird dreams. Like I had one dream that I was drowning and I saw people that I knew and they weren't helping me out the water. Or I had a dream where I was in a building and as I'm running, like all the walls kept closing in and coming down, like, and I'm running to get out. I can see myself getting towards the finish line, but all these walls keep tumbling down in my way as I'm trying to get out of this building. So it was like different. Your dreams can tell you things too. About what's going on with you. So I do know that if it's something that's impeding for a long period of time, then that is something that you should talk to a doctor about so they can give you a sleep test. It's never lasted long enough for me to do it. It might have been like for a day or two. But it was long enough for me to recognize, like, I do have a bit of insomnia, and it would happen ever so often, but never for a long period of time at the same time, like for a week or two. So
yeah, mine is periodic too. Mostly I assume it's related to stress. Or like we're overworking myself. Like I know I need sleep, but I'm still going to work. I'm still doing other scheduled things with friends and I'm not letting myself sleep, and then it disturbs me later because I done stayed up late at night on the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I still got up to go to work and I still went to this, like, so I'm disturbed basically. But I'm thinking about 3 guy friends that I know who that's their norm, right? So like 2 of them, I know they'll try to get in a nap during the day when they can, but one of them, he struggles with a nap too. So for him, I'm like, how does that feel? Like, this person, I'll tell you off air, off air. Like when I see him, that doesn't ever seem tired, but when I check in, it's like, yeah, I'm tired. I the melatonin doesn't work. Like nothing really works. But all 3 of them, men don't like to go to doctors. That's the way
that's what
that's
they
what the
say,
rumor is.
right?
But none of them actually, one of them did have a sleep test. I gotta talk to him about that. But the other 2, one is thinking about getting a sleep test, and one is just like, well, I'm thinking about maybe lowering my stress. So some things I think people should just be informed. They don't know. They just assume, oh, it's what I'm eating, or maybe I'm stressed out. But you've been complaining about this for over 2 months. It's probably not that.
Yes,
So
absolutely. So if you believe you need to, and it's been happening for a while, go ahead and get that sleep test. Talk to a health professional. Talk to your doctor. All right. And that brings us to the end of our dome stories, which means now we're going into the community news. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. And we have made it to the end of episode 10 again. At least for us. Yo, I am praying, crossing my fingers, sending it up to the stars. Positive energy only. That when I export this, it's gonna be all good.
it will be. It will be.
It needs to be.
It will be. I mean, we had a lot of warning signs. The last time we recorded, I couldn't hear you. You quote unquote couldn't hear me. You ain't turn your freaking volume on. Then my computer kept freezing. So there was a lot of signs. But today, aside from my mom texting, we're good. So
we good. We Gucci.
We good.
We
so
should
let's
be wonderful.
These announcements. What do we have?
So first and foremost, we have the July post of the month, which we are switching it up and doing something a little different. So for my creative writers out there, you're going to be writing a piece of flash fiction using only 100 words to tell a complete story. If you are not familiar, flash fiction is exactly what that is, a short, quick piece of writing. So type, and then go back and edit later. That is the best way to do it. If you go to our Instagram page, we also have a few prompts to help you get started with writing a piece of flash fiction. So let's say you have a writer that is trying to come up with something to write, and they're willing to do anything to get an idea. That is a way to write your flash fiction right there. So go ahead, let us know if you're going to participate, or if you do participate, share your story with us. I love reading creative writing pieces. Join in on the creativity.
And if you are not already following us on social media, we do have a social media page, Instagram, Facebook. We have a YouTube channel. You can find us, LoveLoudd LLC. That's LoveLoudd with 2 D's, LLC spelled out. The link will be below, so you can, well, I don't know if it's a link, but just what our tags are down below. You can make sure that you can follow us, and make sure you subscribe to our podcast. So
yes,
we don't have many followers on our YouTube. Most of them really are on Spotify and everything like that. But yes, make sure that if you like our content, subscribe, share our podcast with friends and family, whoever may listen to it, and tell them to subscribe too.
Yes, and when you subscribe, go ahead and leave us a review. All right, whether that's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or whatever other platform you are using, YouTube.
Yes.
Let us know what you think of Truth Carpet. Maybe you have an idea for an icebreaker that you want us to do, a question that you want us to answer, a game you want us to play, a guest you want us to have, a topic you want us to talk about. Please.
Ideas.
Please, we can use some ideas. We can also use the reviews so that we know that you love us, and then we can share that with other people so they can love us too. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Hit that share button. Hit that share button.
Yes. And while it's paid for and up and running, make sure you follow our not follow, but visit our website. We have stuff about us. Maybe this is the first time you're hearing our voices or seeing us, and you're like, who the heck are these girls? What is LoveLoudd? Is this a made up name? The About Us pages tell it all. We also have merch and other different things. I'm not going to share it all. Visit the website and see for yourself. That is www.LoveLoudd.com. That is LoveLoudd.com. Visit the website while it's paid for, y'all.
Right. Go ahead and get some poetry books. The piece you heard today, it's in LoveLoudd Volume 2. That's on the website. Come on. You know you want a poetry book. Volume 1 and 2. It's all in there. Go check out the shop. See what's up in there.
It's a lot more there than our poetry book. So make sure you visit. And if you like what you see, don't be afraid to support two sisters.
Yes. Period.
But other than that, that's a wrap for this episode.
That's it.
We hope that you get to hear it.
We hope
you
so.
Will hear it.
You will.
You will hear it.
Yes.
And yeah.
That's it. That's all, y'all.
Until next time, we'll be back in your ears in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Stay black.
Stay proud.